Lost in Time, my obsession with Mayan calendars, quantum mechanics, and the multiverse, with a side of futurism and a dash of humor. Have you ever stared at a Mayan glyph and thought, this looks like the kind of thing Einstein would doodle if he time traveled to ancient Mesoamerica? No? Just me? Okay, well, buckle up. Because my fascination with the Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, ancient technologies, quantum mechanics, and multiverse theories has left me spiraling down rabbit holes that are equal parts profound and hilarious. Add in my love of ancient history and futuristic tech, and you've got a mix that's somewhere between a sci-fi novel and a history documentary, hosted by someone with too much coffee and an overactive imagination. The Tzolk'in is more than just an ancient Mayan calendar. It's a cosmic clock that tracks sacred time in 260-day cycles, weaving together spirituality, astronomy, and something that feels suspiciously like quantum mechanics. It's like the Mayans cracked the code of the universe without needing particle colliders or a Netflix subscription. Every time I study the Tzolk'in, I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cosmic wormhole. It's not just a way to measure time, it's a map of how time flows, bends, and repeats. Honestly, if Dr. Strange had pulled out a Tzolk'in disc instead of that glowing time stone, I wouldn't have been surprised. The Mayans didn't just understand time, they seemed to feel it. Me? I can barely keep track of what day it is, but hey, I've got my Tzolk'in-inspired journal to keep me grounded. Let's talk about ancient technology. The Mayans weren't just good at building pyramids, they were engineers of the cosmos. Their observatories, water management systems, and of course, the calendar itself scream ancient sci-fi writers ahead of their time. But here's the thing, I can't help but see parallels between their innovations and today's tech. The intricate gears of their calendars remind me of quantum computers, both insanely complex and slightly incomprehensible to anyone who isn't a genius. And don't even get me started on how their astronomical alignments make today's GPS systems look like child's play. Sometimes I wonder, what if the Mayans had access to Wi-Fi? Would their temples have turned into ancient LAN parties where glyphs were just elaborate memes? Here's where things get really fun. Quantum mechanics and Mayan cosmology feel like long-lost cousins who finally met at a family reunion and realized they're both equally weird. The Mayan belief in multiple layers of reality, the underworld, the middle world, and the heavens, sounds eerily similar to the idea of parallel universes and higher dimensions in quantum physics. I like to imagine that somewhere in the multiverse there's a version of me hanging out with Mayan astronomers, sipping cacao, and debating whether Schrödinger's cat could survive a jaunt through a black hole. Spoiler alert, it couldn't. The Mayan idea of cyclical time also fits perfectly with the quantum theory of time loops. Basically, every time I accidentally spill my coffee, I just assume it's a ripple in the space-time continuum caused by some cosmic alignment I missed. The Mayans were obsessed with time in a way that makes your average sci-fi fan look like an amateur. Their entire culture revolved around understanding the cycles of time and predicting cosmic events. In a way, they were like time travelers, moving forward and backward through history using their calendars as guides. Now, imagine combining their understanding of time with futuristic technology. What if the Tzolk'in was actually a manual for building a time machine? I know it's a stretch, but if Hollywood can give us Interstellar and Back to the Future, why not a Mayan-inspired time travel movie? Call me Netflix. I can't decide if I'd use a Mayan time machine to visit their heyday or jump forward to a futuristic society where holographic jaguar priests perform rituals in the multiverse. Either way, I'd probably show up late because I'd forget which glyph means Tuesday. What fascinates me most is how seamlessly the ancient and futuristic seem to blend. The Mayans understood their universe in ways we're only beginning to grasp. Today, we use quantum mechanics to explore concepts like time dilation and multiverses, but the Mayans were already building their civilization around similar ideas, minus the lab coats and particle accelerators. And isn't that the ultimate joke? We think we're so advanced with our AI and 3D printers, but the Mayans built their civilization without any of it. And they still managed to align their temples with the stars while we struggle to sync our phones to Bluetooth. So why do I love all of this? Because it's the perfect blend of awe-inspiring and absurd. The Mayans remind me that the universe is vast, mysterious, and maybe just a little ridiculous. They took their understanding of time and space seriously, but not so seriously that they forgot to build a civilization that celebrated art, storytelling, and, probably, a good joke or two. And if the multiverse is real, I like to think there's a version of me living in a Mayan society where the Tzolk'in calendar is still in full swing, quantum mechanics is discussed over tortillas, and ancient astronauts are just regular commuters. In the end, my love for Mayan culture, the Tzolk'in, quantum mechanics, ancient history, and time travel boils down to one simple truth: it's all connected. Whether we're looking at the stars from the top of a Mayan pyramid or through a telescope in a high-tech lab, we're all just trying to understand this crazy, beautiful universe we live in. And if we can throw in a little humor along the way, even better. Time may be sacred, but it's also kind of funny when you think about it. After all, if the Mayans taught us anything, it's that time is a cycle. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to live this all over again. Hopefully with less spilled coffee next time.